Welcome back to the shed. Hope you're all well. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is I've been in contact with Chris and I did ask Chris which is the hardest cat to save and which is the easiest. Well, I do actually have half an answer here for you people. So it seems because of the flames, if it was a fire, the Ginger Tom and the Black Cat, you've not got much chance because you're sort of blending, which is kind of like the answer I gave for the hardest cat in a tree. But it is being claimed that the easiest cat to save is the purple cat. Yeah, because you get a lot of aubergine coloured cats. Anyway, also it seems that my hobby of dressing up as a fox and going and scaring cats, especially around by the Itchen River where I like to drown them, it should stop because it seems I may have offended one of my viewers by doing this. And, you know, rest in peace, Fido, Lilo, Dildo, whatever your name was, rest in peace. So, had a video call earlier. And one of the scenes that wants to be seen is a American movie. We will get onto that in a bit because, let's be fair, we haven't had 8 minutes of me chatting yet, so we don't want to give away the secret. But yes, we are going to do some acting, and yes, it is going to be the scene that has been asked for. And I was thinking, this one could be tricky. This one certainly is going to need some props. This one, if ever a video has been must watch, certainly this scene, it's, I'm still sort of figuring out in my head, hey Andy, what the hell are you going to do here, man? Wow, we're going to have to sprinkle on some magic because one thing we can't do is become too offensive. If I was on certain other sort of channels which weren't YouTube, then this possibly wouldn't be technically, coming close to breaking the laws. It is an 18 channel. It is an adult rated channel. So really it's not for children. And, why would they want to stand and watch this idiot waffle on anyway? I have had comments about the bushiness and the loveliness of my hair. It's looking stunning. I'm sure you can agree. It's getting a bit long. It is going to, hopefully, all going well, be able to be cut on, in the middle of April. But, there is a few weeks to go yet. And, I've got some greys coming through, people. And I don't like it. It's making me look older than I actually am. When you are 27 like myself, and you've got grey coming through, it's sort of, look at that. That's some great looking body to that hair. Amazing. I am going to stop playing with my hair because, I've got other things to play with later, which we'll come on to in just a bit. People say to me, hey Andy, how do you come up with the content? Well, it's all the voices in my head which are saying, hey Andy, why don't you go on the internet and just be an absolute buffoon? Well, we can do that, can't we? Because no one likes buffoonness more than me. I was also asked, hey Andy, when you go back to work, how are you going to run this station? Wow, there you go. There's a challenge. Could it be that the man in the shed is leaving the shed and is going to go and do some other stuff? I realised earlier on my Zoom call, well, it was actually a messenger call, but we all know what Zoom is. On Messenger, we had a call with 3 of my buddies. Well, I say my buddies. I don't actually like any of them, but, we got to pretend to be nice because, let's be fair, they're the people who watch this shit. And I did say I'm going to make a video which isn't in the shed earlier. Well, I went down there and I did what I needed and I forgot to film anything. So, there you are. I'll try and do a call in the van later. Man in the van, man in the shed, man in the van. There you go. I also gave details of my current job, which is a bit of extra money whilst we're in lockdown and we can all do with that. So we're 5 minutes in now. Maybe I could get on with the scene. I will give you the props I'm going to use anyway, because definitely need props for this. So I have Barry the banana. I did have another banana I was going to use for this scene, but then I only went and ate it. And a cherry Bakewell, because that's the closest I can get to what was actually used in the scene of this movie. Again, bit of a spoiler for you there. Bit of a tip, bit of a hint of what it could be. But we're good on with that. And we've got Stephen the Seagull on my cup of coffee. Also, I have a very loud kettle, which was realised by people earlier. But so what did I find out earlier? So we found out about the cats. Myself and Chris, we had a little political dispute, which was, you know, it needed Chris to be there because otherwise, who cares? And as I said, you know, as it goes, I voted for a Tory government and we've not really got one. We've got a socialist government at the moment and it needs to be, really. You know, there's a lot of good in there. But when I did vote back in 2019 in December, I didn't vote for the nurses not to get the pay rise that they truly believe in. But that's the thing, you know, you've got to hope that when you do put your tick in your box for whichever party you vote for, they actually do what you hope they do. So in a degree they have, but whichever party you may have voted for, didn't, or voted for or voted against, you know, none of us really saw what's happened in the last year come along. So it wouldn't really matter which party you'd voted for, because I'm sure they would have all pretty much done the same thing. But there you are. Anyway, let's get on with this bit of acting. So this bit of acting, I'm not going to use a script for. Oh no, Andy, but your script writing is so good. We love the way you don't look at the camera and you look at your iPad and try to pretend you know what you're doing. So I did a bit more Shakespeare earlier. Haven't put my thumbtack on that yet, so need to do that because it looks like it's just me and some amateur who doesn't know what he's doing. Like I say, it's a bit like me. So I'm going to set the scene. So in the particular film we're doing today, it's like a teeny rom-com type film. Very, very funny. When it was released. I think it was 96, 97. So, you know, sort of time I was sort of a teen going into mid-20s. I know, I said I was 27, but might be a little bit older than that. Anyway, so in this particular film, it's a typical American sort of comedy. And our main man is Jim. And he's looking to get his end away. And also in there, I think, is Biff or Buff, is that? I think that might be 2015 in Back to the Future. So I can't remember the name of the doofus in the film. And it's also got the girl who is in, what's the program called? How I Met Your Mother, that's it. The ginger girl in there, she was in this film. And she liked to stick a flute up her pussy, allegedly. Anyway, that isn't the scene. So I think I've almost set the scene. It's going to be a certain scene from American Pie where you need a hot apple pie. And I've been told to do this scene from behind because nobody wants to see my cock. And also, as I say, you might need to be on a different sort of channel to really appreciate what this is. So I am going to be Jim. I'm also going to have to be Jim's dad. So, bit of double acting here. When I am being Jim, I'm going to be in a grey jumper and have my glasses and my fantastic hair. I don't know where this came from. Can you see that? Don't understand it. Not sure how that got wet. It's still wet now. What's going on? So, Jim has been told about how great sex is, and it's like having sex with a warm apple pie. Now, if you've ever been to McDonald's and had one of their apple pies, they are beyond hot. Never really had a McDonald's apple pie, because it's not really what you go to McDonald's for, is it? It's an apple pie. So, let's set the scene. Yes, you're all going to love this. I think people are trying to make me become a bit of an imbecile. So, got a table. So we're gonna pretend. Hello there, it's me. We're gonna pretend that this table is a table you would have in your kitchen, your dining room, wherever. So, Jim, it's a bit like making love to a warm apple pie. Boing. Yes, Neil, I'm actually doing this shit. And yes, Chris, I am going to do it from behind. And no, I'm not going to get my cock out. So then, you with this, yeah? You really want me to do this? Okay, so then he gets himself on the table. Now, change the scene. I'm no longer Jim. I'm now Jim's dad. Jim, what the hell are you doing? Quick change. There you go. American Pie. American Pie, done in 30 seconds. I hope you actually enjoy that one. There you go. It's not the best bit of acting you've ever seen in your life. Probably not going to get an Oscar for that one. Anyway, there you go. So, how is everyone? I hope you're all enjoying your day. Oh, look. Probably shouldn't have eaten that. And we just get the bit off the end there, shall we? Anyway, banana, anyone? There you go. That's just seen, Neil. Hope you enjoyed it. So, let's think, what else can we go on about now? So, it's about 12 and a half minutes in. Yeah, there you go. So, what else can we talk about? Let's talk about another channel. So I've done lots of these for me old pal Ariel. Night of Hans. Great entertainment on there. Puts out videos a couple of times a week. Don't understand half of what he's going on about, but that's because he's speaking in Filipino. Anyway, I do have some other YouTubers I would like to recommend. Gonna start with my boy Simon Whistler. If you don't know who Simon Whistler is, Simon Whistler is a British man. He lives in Prague and he has about 12 different YouTube channels. Basically, he's taking all of my viewers away because he can actually do it properly. He actually has editors and writers, and he actually knows what he's talking about. Favorite channel of his is Business Blaze. Business Blaze is hilarious. Other good channels, you've got Biographics, Geographics, Mega Projects, Side Projects. Need I go on? There are many Simon Whistler channels. Top 10s. Today I found out, he's got the Simon Whistler Show as a podcast, and he has also got the Casual Criminalists. Great content, really informative, and some of them are he's quite funny. Like I say, he's my favourite. Also, Simon Miller, who does What Culture. Again, if you like wrestling or you like working out. Everything I don't really like is working out. Too much like working out. Then yeah, Simon is there. Kayfabe News, brilliant, funny, ups and downs, is must watch. Yeah. Who else I like? Aussie Man Reviews. Aussie Man is Australian, and he does lots of short videos. Some of them are like 2 minutes, maybe shorter than that. So certainly a lot shorter than the rubbish I put out. And he'll commentate on all sorts. One of his favourites is Destination Fucked, which is basically people hurting themselves and things going wrong, which is highly amusing. Everyone likes to see people do that sort of thing on the internet. Anyway, that has been your man in the shed, Andy P. Gonna finish off me my pie and just leave you with some brilliance. So hope you're all well. Some of you now know the See Ya Pals, where that came from. Don't let anyone know because it's a secret. See how many other people can guess that. See Ya Pals! And I'll see you later.